What's up, guys? Average Kiwi Guy here. How y'all doing? So first of all, sorry for not getting the previous Flash sort of reaction done. Just a lot of stuff got on me that week. A lot of things for me to do and stuff. Work, rest of the stuff for the channel. For me though, that episode wasn't the greatest anyway. The only thing I got out of that was they're really hyped on Kid Flash. And Jesse Quick came back, so that was really it for me on that one. So I gave that one a pass, moved on. Obviously, I went for a break last week, so I mean, what are you gonna do? You can only do what you can see. So, yeah. So I kept up with the Arrow stuff, but we're back in with the Flash. So we'll stay on it. I got to get much better at my timing of this stuff. So I promise that this will be more regular. Okay. So, once again, guys, remember this is spoiler stuff. So, if you haven't seen the episode, go and watch it and come on back, okay? I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I don't want to ruin you guys, fun for watching it, because I'm going to spoil the entire episode. So, make sure you have watched it before you watch this. And then come on, if you haven't watched it, come on back, okay? All right. So, attack on Gorilla City. And I was quite hyped for this episode because this is like Grodd. You know what I mean? This is Grodd. This is, getting to see Gorilla City and all that. Very cool. I was like, yes, awesome. I was a little disappointed in Gorilla City. A little bit disappointed. I loved all the statues and stuff, and it was very natural and things. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit more in it, but we didn't. It was more just in those cages. I mean, I get it. It's a TV show budget, so they can't do like out walking around and stuff. And a lot of it was very CGI, very green screen and all that. But hey, TV shows can't do what movies can. They can't do all that stuff. But I felt like they did Grodd and Solivar really well. I like the way they looked. I still think Grodd maybe needs a little bit bigger cranium, I guess, if you think, just a little bit. But I think he's still pretty good. I love Grodd. Grodd's one of my favorite Flash villains. He's really cool. I wanted to see more out of him, especially after they just threw him back into Earth 2. I'm glad we're going to see more, and we'll get to more of that because at the end of this episode, they really this is going to become very big. So I was psyched about that. So obviously, Jesse Quick's back and everything, and again, I'm a little worried. So this has been a problem for me for these Flash episodes for a while now. Ever since really Kid Flash has come into it and all that, and now, so in this episode. Wally and Jesse are sort of going through this relationship stuff. They want to be together, but they can't be because Jesse lives in another Earth, and and I don't think Wally's willing to leave his Earth quite yet, and stuff like that. So they're going through this awkward phase, and now he's got powers, so she's still a little bit standoffish and stuff, and. So by the end of it, they figure it out, and Jesse Quick's going to stay in Earth 1. I'm a little worried. For one thing, I think we're getting an oversaturation of speedsters. I really am. I mean, I love Kid Flash and I love Jesse Quick. They're really cool characters. I love them. They're great for being side characters and things like that with the Flash. But I feel like having those two there, especially with Wally at the moment, because Wally's technically faster, and I'm not liking that. After the run they had, I think in the previous episode, Wally's technically faster. It's just Barry knows all the tricks. He's just got experience on his side. I'm worried that Flash is not stepping ahead of them. Flash should always be faster than them, but he's not. He's not. And I'm not liking it. Because Flash is one of the biggest heroes in the DC universe. One of the biggest heroes. He should not be upstaged by Kid Flash or Jesse Quick. I mean, we don't quite know where Jesse Quick is right now because we never really saw her do anything in this episode. But I'm hoping, by the time they get to the end of this season and they take care of Savitar and all that, that maybe like Jessie will go back to Earth 2 and Wally will follow her. That way it'll go back to being Flash. You know, I kind of miss those early days. You know, the early days of when Flash was learning new things, he was getting faster, he was learning stuff, and he was growing as as the Flash character, not just Barry, but as Flash himself, growing in power and, you know, developing. I found he's really stunted lately. He's very stunted, and he hasn't developed in a way that I've like. He should be striving to be faster all the time, and I don't think he is. He's very much fallen into that I'm going to be a teacher now. You're not a veteran. You're not a dude that's, you know, reached his peak and is falling off. You've only done this for what, 2-3 years now? Come on. Come on. I'm very worried about the oversaturation of these speedsters, because I think it takes away from Flash. It does, and it doesn't show Flash at his true power. You know, he's got to get a lot faster. And by having Wally and Jessie there, it's kind of like a crutch. It's a crutch that they don't have to make him faster. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I am still very worried about Flash himself. Not Barry. Barry's fine. I'm worried about Flash as in the hero, not developing to where he should be. But hopefully they'll bring that around. Hopefully Flash will still save the day. Flash will still be that guy. I just hope they don't try to bring in these two as sidekicks and they actually go past him. It should never happen. Never. Kid Flash should only surpass Flash when Flash gives him the mantle. That's it. But obviously this episode, you know, it starts off, you know, Jesse's come back and Grodd's got Harrison, and, you know, he sent Harrison this message that he kind of, you know, it took about a week for them to decipher and stuff. So it tells how smart Grodd's got. You know, Grodd's very developed now. He's constantly developing. So you can tell how far along he is. And basically it means they got to go to Gorilla City. And they got to save Harrison because they think Harrison's the only one that will allow them to create a breach. Because again, guys, remember, one of the future headlines is City still recovering from gorilla attack. And that was key in this one. This episode's all about solving that you know, headline. And what happens is they go there and they were never using Harrison as bait, as the guy to make the portal. He was just bait. Because Grodd needed needed Barry to stop the leader of this, because Grodd's not the leader at the moment. Grodd's kind of like the second in command, because Solivar, I think Solivar, excuse me if I say this wrong, but Solivar, he's the leader at the moment, which is cool because he is the leader in the comic books too, and Grodd's kind of got to try and like overthrow him. He's always been the leader that Grodd's always had to overthrow, to gain the alpha over all these gorillas. And so Grodd needs Flash to beat him. And so in this group that's made up of Caitlin, Cisco, and Julian, who looks like Indiana Jones. He's like dressed up in his like archaeology suit and everything. I mean, he did do expeditions, so I give him that. He's got that experience, so I'll let him away with it. But okay, and he gets hassled for it the entire time. Most of them do it, and so this group gets captured, and they're like in these cages that have like Grodd's made to dampen both Cisco and Barry's powers. It shows how developed Grodd is. And Grodd thinks that way. He's always thinking ahead. He knows what they're going to do, so he's predicting what they're doing, so he thinks ahead. But he doesn't know about Caitlyn's powers, and that comes into play later on. So basically, Grodd's like, you're going to kill Solivar for me, or else I kill all your friends. I kill you all. That's it. And if you do that for me, I will spare Central City. Solivar wants to attack everyone. He wants to create this, basically he's trying to sell, like, Salivar is trying to go after humans, and, like, he's gonna bring war to humans and stuff like that. So, Solivar. I keep saying Salivar. My bad. You guys already get on me in the arrow stuff about calling Diana. I'm sorry. So Solivar. There's so many Vars in this goddamn thing. But yeah, so Solivar is trying to go start war with the humans, and they think they're going to attack Central City because obviously with the future headlines. And Grodd's like, look, you kill him, I won't attack them. I'll take over, I won't attack them, sort of thing. And then Solivar comes in later on and is like, you are trespassing. I'm going to kill you. All of us are going to go into the Coliseum and I'm going to kill you all, sort of thing. And Flash sort of makes this deal like, yo, I'll fight you, but these guys don't. Yeah, I'll just fight you. I win, we all go free. You win, well, you do what you want. You do what you got to do, sort of thing. So basically it's that this big badass fight with Solivar in this big Coliseum. This huge giant gorilla Coliseum that was pretty cool. You think for an advanced sort of gorilla species that they would be past this stuff, but they're still very animalistic. They're still very much gorillas. Like even Grodd says at one point, like, you forget, like, I think they were saying, like, why you're so advanced, why do you always go to violence? And he goes, remember, I am an animal. I'm a gorilla. It's in my nature, sort of thing. But yeah, so they have this huge Coliseum, and basically Barry and Solivar are going at each other. And Solivar's got this big ass shield with this, I guess it's a pike or something, and it's just, set and ready to go. Just reminded me of For Honor, for Valkyrie and stuff like that. That's what all it reminded me of. And, Flash sort of, he's got his powers back, so they're not dampened in any way. So he goes at him, full speed, and Solivar just bitch slaps him. Just slaps him with the shield, sort of blasts him back. And then he sort of, I think, he comes back in and just whips him away again. And then so Barry starts running around the outside, trying to use the speed and stuff. And I think he's going to try and throw lightning. And Solivar's like, please. He just creates a shockwave. It jumps in the air and creates a shockwave that trips up Barry. And he's running at him, and like, that's Cisco and all that have got his communications going, and they're trying to tell him what to do. Like they were saying, okay, do quick punches. Like, no. And it's like, oh no, it's all about running away. Run. But now it's so like Solivar's on him, coming at him, and there's nowhere to go. So they say, well, do what Reverse Flash does. The whole vibrate your hand and then whoosh. But he sort of, I think he vibrates it enough to sort of punch him, but not like go into him. And he just like one shots him in the gut. Literally just Barry just whoosh, sort of like, hits that sensitive spot and just drops him. But he's not dead. Solivar's not dead. And, then Barry goes into this big speech about how humans aren't all bad and that we don't want to fight you and all the rest of it. And Grodd's like, oh yeah, enough of that. Shoot him with a dart, please. One thing about that. I would figure Barry wouldn't be so susceptible to knockout things, right? Because his body's metabolism runs so fast. So poisons and like toxins and stuff like that, sedatives wouldn't work. It's like he can't really get drunk, that sort of thing. His metabolism's so fast. But these darts just take him out like nothing. I mean, I don't know if, I'm guessing they're thinking Grodd's thought beyond that. Like he knows what Barry is. So he's developed this, knockout stuff to knock out speedsters maybe. But I just thought like Barry's whole body is built to fight this stuff very quickly because it would burn off because his body, is working so fast. But I guess not. He can't be all powerful. The bad guy's got to have something. But yeah, so then, they're back in the damn thing again. And basically Grodd's like, okay, thank you. You just gave me the leadership of Gorilla City, of all these gorillas. They're all terrified of humans now because of what you just did. And I'm going to go tell them to go and attack Central City. And I need Cisco to open up the portal for me. And you're going to do it. And it's just like, yeah, well, thank you so much for doing all my work for me. Because yet again, you get suckered into stuff without looking at and thinking it through. Sometimes, man, good guys, they just go into stuff blind. And they take it at face value. You gotta remember, these guys are bad guys. They think about this stuff. You know, they think about tricking you. But, you know, obviously, good guys kind of have plot armor, so they get a lot of help in that way. But yeah, so Grodd's all happy. He's good. You know, he's taking over Gorilla City, and he's like, well, I still need you guys. But basically, once Cisco opens up portals and stuff, you're all dead. You're all dead. And now Harry's in this cell with him as well, and obviously Grodd's using him to talk through them, like, you know how you can telepathically like link to people and use them. He's sort of like his you know, speaking his voice for him, and he uses Cisco at one point as well. I like Grodd. Grodd is so cool. He's got so much powers. He's got brute strength. He's got telepathy. He's got all this stuff. Love him. He's awesome. Fantastic. But yeah, so they got outsmarted, literally. And like they're going through all these, you know, oh, okay, what are we gonna do? What should we do? Stuff like that. And Cisco's like, well, why don't you just kill me? Kill me. That way they can't go through. They can't do this stuff. No, and then he's looking at Caitlyn, like, you have to kill me with your ice powers, because he doesn't know that you have ice powers. You know, this is not an, you know, because he wasn't in the timeline, you know, when that happened. You know, Earth 2 was protected from what Barry did on their timeline, sort of thing. And, you know, everyone's like, what the hell? Why would you do that? Because if she does that, she becomes Killer Frost. And, well, there we go. That would make one of the headlines come true. So after, you know, really just saying, dude, this is a really bad plan. This is stupid. They're like, well, then Barry's like, well, one of us does have to die. And they figure out, like, if they comatose Barry, you know, if she can freeze him enough to sort of comatose him a little bit. But yeah, he can still hear everything. They can trick Grodd into dragging him out of the cage, which he does. He like sort of feels him. He's like, cold. Oh well, I didn't need him, and then just drags him out. And then Barry vibrates to heat back up, and they run away. They run away. They can't do anything. They can't fight. They can't stop Grodd in any way. So they run away. They grab Harry. They all run away. And like Grodd literally won this episode. He won. He got everything he wanted. You know, later on there's this, you know, thing that shows me he even got exactly what he wanted. You know, he outsmarted all of them. You know, he tricked Harry to coming there to create the bait. Tricked Barry into coming to Gorilla City as well. Got Barry to take out Solivar. And now Grodd's the king. You know, that shows how good Grodd is at being the bad guy. He knows exactly what to do. And Barry will go into it blind because that's what he does. But yeah, and then, you know, basically at the end of the episode, it returns and Grodd's sort of like in his throne. And he's got the wicked helmet on and stuff. Very Planet of the Apes. Very Planet of the Apes. And I liked it. It's very cool looking. More like the Grodd that we're used to. And he has Gypsy. How Gypsy got from like Earth 19 to Earth 2 is beyond me. I don't know how he would draw her there. He's like, you know, as always my father says, think ahead. You know, how did you get Gypsy? This is like, I don't understand why Gypsy would go there. I don't know if he used like a beacon to get Gypsy to come, or like, because he has no way to go into interdimensional travel. That means she had to come to Earth 2, had to go and I guess try and fight them, and I guess like she got captured, but they never went into like how she's there. Just randomly there. And I knew she was gonna be in the thing somehow because she was in like the the starting credits. You know how they always reference what people are gonna be in the episode by the sort of like previously on the Flash, like real thing. And I was like, why is Gypsy there? Why would she be back so soon? That's why. Grodd's controlling her. Grodd has the ability to do it. Which posed me another question. Why didn't Grodd just take over Cisco and walk him out the damn door? Why leave him there? I'd be like, you're mine now. Get him out of the thing. Open up portals. There you go. I just don't know why Grodd wouldn't take control of Cisco. You know, he did. He used him as a voice box. But he never took him. So that's the one mistake he made. But yeah, he has Gypsy. And this is sort of leading into this big invasion of Central City. With these big, huge guerrilla attacks. Which is going to be awesome, by the way. That I'm super excited for the next few episodes. If that's going to be the thing. Because, dude, freaking Planet of the Apes with Flash going on. I don't know if they're going to try and bring in some help. So maybe Green Arrow is going to come over. Or this is going to tie into the crossover with Supergirl. Like maybe Supergirl's going to come over and help them. But I mean, they've got enough speedsters there now to handle it. I mean, they've got 3 of them. Plus, they've got Cisco. Plus, they've got Caitlyn if it got pushed. There isn't really any reason why they can't take this on. Or they'll bring in Green Arrow, I think. One of the two. But, hey. It was a pretty good episode. I enjoy it. And it's leading on to something very cool. Very, very cool. And I like it. I like it a lot. And obviously, they hinted at a bit of a relationship with Julian and Snow. Alright. I still think Julian's either going to turn back into Dr. Alchemy or he's going to, like, cease to exist when Savitar disappears. One of the two. But that would be really harsh on Caitlyn. Really harsh. Because, I mean, think about it. Husband gets killed, comes back, turns into Firestorm, leaves again, comes back, gets killed, I guess, for a lack of a better sense, in the the vortex thing that gets created from I think wasn't that Reverse Flash, I think, and then goes out with what's his name, Zoom, but he thought he was a good guy, Jay. Turns out to be Zoom, homicidal maniac. Basically tries to kill everyone but her. He dies. Now, Julian, who was Dr. Alchemy, who's been controlled by Savitar, who's turning people from husks into suit metahumans. It's a bad choice of men. It's a bad choice of men, Caitlyn. But, hey. It's got to add some drama somewhere. And Jesse's staying. That was the other big thing, too, because, you know, she wants to stay with Wally. HR basically gave Jesse some advice, and he's like, right at the end, he's like, I'm so glad they took my advice. And then he looks at Harrison and goes, God, he's gonna be pissed. Damn right. Damn right. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Harry stayed. Harry can stay, man. Kick out HR. I'll take Harry anytime, but they got a lot of eggheads in there now. They got a lot of very smart dudes, so probably can't keep Harry there, but hey. It's alright. But yeah, this episode was very good, very awesome. I love seeing Gorilla City, because Gorilla City is one of the places, like kind of like Atlantis, you know, with Aquaman and stuff. It's one of the places of the DC universe, so very cool to see. Would have liked to have seen more of it, you know, maybe more than just these cages and then the Coliseum. But TV show budget, you can't really pull that. And like I said, yeah, the worry with me with the saturation of speedsters right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, Central City is like the most protected city ever. I mean, think about it. These three can cover the entire city in a matter of under a minute. The entire city, and there's three of them. You know, Star City's got Green Arrow, and he's only a man. He's only a man. But yeah, I'm still very worried about that. Very worried. I mean, it was like with Supergirl, right? People were worried bringing in Superman would undermine her and would, you know, that's kind of an oversaturation of, you know, superhero sort of thing. But they made sure to keep Superman only for a certain amount of time. I'm kind of getting kind of sick of having all these damn speedsters all the time. Kind of getting sick of it. And hopefully they will move on as well. But hey, it's alright. I still like it. I still like the Flash. I just think they need to make more of the Flash. Remember, he is the fastest man alive. So how about we make him that? Not the other two. But yeah. Alright guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all the new subscribers and stuff. You guys have been amazing. All the new viewers, likes, comments, and stuff. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much. So hit that subscribe button. This is a weekly thing. We do this for Flash, Arrow, and Star Wars Rebels. So if you're into that stuff, go check them out. Subscribe. That way you'll know when new stuff comes up, because it comes up on your My Subscriptions. It's just so much easier. Also check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/AverageKiwiGuy. We've started back up the streams, getting back into it. We're running For Honor at the moment, hoping to get Horizon Zero Dawn later in the month. Oh, in the start of the month, I guess. And yeah, so we'll be pretty damn busy on the streams. Check us out on the socials as well, Average Kiwi Guy. All that stuff. Average Kiwi Guy everywhere now. Makes it so much easier. But yeah. Also got, yeah. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.